Hello YouTube, I'm working on my monk in the PTR. This is currently the second best build. It's a 6-piece Innas with the Ring of Royal Grandeur on, which you need 2 pieces of the Remnant of Thousand Storms. And then you need 2 Shenlong's Fists. Preferably everything's ancient. Your gems will need to be Simplicity Strength, Bane of the Trapped, and Bane of the Stricken. Although you can switch Bane of the Stricken out for Esoteric Alteration if you feel you're not able to survive. But if you want to do stuff faster, this is the way. You want Spirit Guards, Unity, and the the Endless Walk set. In your Knights Cube, you want Flying Dragon, Crudest Boots, and Ring of Royal Grandeur, so you can get that 6-piece bonus. It's very tanky. Preferably with your weapons, you're going to want max damage. You're going to want 10% damage, as much dexterity as possible, vitality, life per hit, which this wasn't a very good roll, but I had to deal with it, and maximum spirit for the set bonus boost, and you're going to want a critical hit gem in it. You're going to want the same thing for the other fist. Preferably, this wasn't the best, but I went for more damage. And then the Innas boost, you want dexterity, vitality, resist all, movement speed, dexterity, resist all, and I've been using Way of 100 Fists because they nerf static charge into the ground. The belt, you're going to want everything the same as your pants, preferably. Your gloves, you're going to want dexterity, vitality, crit hit damage, crit hit chance. And the chest, you're going to want dexterity, vitality, resist all elements, and dexterity if you can, with the Sultan's Despair. Shoulders, you're going to want dexterity, vitality, resist all, and if you get lucky, take chance to deal 10% damage on hit, area damage on hit, and have it something else that you feel would be more useful. The headpiece, you're going to want dexterity, vitality, regenerate per second, and you kind of want all of these resistance from poison resistance and reduced damage from range attack. You want that stuff on. Compass Rose, this isn't the best, but it is ancient. Dexterity, vitality, you don't want vitality, you want crit chance instead. And if you could, get dexterity for lightning damage if you're using static charge still, or anything that's using electric damage for your primary skill. You're going to want your damage of your primary ability to be either holy or ice or fire, depending on which generator you're using on this. But you also want dexterity, crit chance, and life per hit with a resistance on there. And the ring, you're going to want dexterity, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. You don't want movement speed. I just needed the bonus from it. You're going to want the same thing for this. If you can, instead of crit hit chance, you get crit hit damage, and you don't need the monsters grant 242 experience. You want a resistance or a maximum spirit if you could get it on any of these items. The gems I kind of have all dexterity on, and a reduce cooldown reduction. For my build, I used Way of 100 Fists, Fist of Fury, Mystic Ally, Fire Ally, Dashing Strike Radiance, Mantra Transgression, Epiphany Desert Shroud, just so I can jump around and hit multiple targets, Cyclone Strike, which pulls enemies in so I can hit more enemies, which means more health regen and whatnot. Near-death experience, so if I do get hit with something that will kill me in one shot, I have a second chance to get away and get back to where I'm healed all the way. You want this so you can increase your damage for your primary skill, which increases maximum spirit and spirit regeneration. Harmony for 40% of single elemental resistance to balance out your balance out your resistances, so you're not getting one shot by one thing and barely touched by another. And you want Beacon of Etar, reduce all damage cooldowns by 20%. But with the Compass Rose, the damage dealt is increased by 100% while standing still. It'll increase as you're standing still, not go straight to 100. But when you're moving, it'll decrease to 50, so you'll lose 100% of your damage, but you'll gain 50% damage reduction, which is nice. When you do go into the beginning of the PTR, they nerfed a bunch of stuff, like Static Charge. So Static Charge is pretty much useless. This isn't the best build, but it is pretty good. I've done a 72. I pushed it. I barely did 72. And currently the best on the leaderboards is a Tempest Rush, I think. Yeah, Tempest Rush build using the Legacy of Nightmare set. If you want to check that out, you just have to see the leaderboards. I might go over it in a little bit. My opinion, if you're gonna start the next season, you're gonna want to be a wizard or a barbarian, because they're doing 86, while the rest of them are 83 or 81 at their best. But with the Crutus boots and the Innis 6-piece, you get a lot of what do you call them? Mystic allies. Which, with that ability, it also gives you a increased passive effect of Mystic allies, base effect by 100%, gain base effect of all 4 mantras, which increases your damage and your health and your resistance. And then the 6-piece, which is the main reason you want the Ring of Royal Grandeur in your cube, is to gain 5 Rune Mystic allies at all times. Plus you have this, and you get double the Mystic allies right there. So you'll have 10. And the reason why you want Mystic allies still on your thing is because when you load into some areas, not all of them will spawn, which will reduce everything. And then you just use that and it'll reset it. In my opinion, I love playing Monk. I like playing Witch Doctor. Those are my 2 main characters. But when you go into next season, you will kind of want to farm your materials first. Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind, and you will get the extra tabs. You will want to level your gems up, not just one, but level all your gems up that you can. That way you can use the new ability for the Ice Cube, which gives you say you have a 53 legendary gem and you have 3 flawless royal emeralds, it'll give you 265 dexterity onto your item, which increases your damage significantly when you add them all up. And when you start, when you go into Paragons, which area damage will be fixed, or they say it will be fixed for the next patch, you're going to want to do maximum spirit, dexterity, and then movement speed till you get to 25%. That's got to be at least to 25% with whatever you have on. You're going to want cooldown reduction, critical damage, critical chance, attack speed. And then for defense, you're going to want to start with resist all, armor, life, then life regeneration. You're going to want life on hit, resource cost reduction. Then if this is fixed, you're going to want this and not this. That's pretty much it for the monk, so I'm going to do a quick 65 just so it's shown. Oh yeah, and the empowered group is added. Oh shit. This is a very good build for single target damage, especially on elites and bosses. So, there's an upside. in my opinion, the monks get the least benefit from um, this patch.